Hi students, welcome to our next folder, our next unit in our Module 3 on analytical writing, week 9, where we are still working on a bit of an introduction to rhetorical analysis. So what you can expect this week is to be introduced to some possibly new concepts for you. You may have studied these before in another class, maybe English or speech, somewhere along the way, but we are going to be looking at how we, or as writers or as advertisers or as any kind of communicator, how we appeal to an audience using the Aristotelian appeals or rhetorical appeals, ethos, pathos, and logos. So you will be introduced to some possibly new concepts, including thinking about kind of what arguments are and why we persuade people and how we do that, how we support those arguments, and then how we use appeals to effectively communicate that, because writing is more than just main idea and support, right? There's a little more to it than that, and so we're going to be learning about some of those rhetorical strategies and appeals. So you do have some tutorials here. Start with this first before you begin the adaptive learning, because I think this is a good little kind of overview video that explains things pretty clearly in terms of what the appeals are. And then when you get to the adaptive learning assignment, you'll have some more practice kind of recognizing and learning about arguments and the appeals. I have also given you some other resource here, videos to look at for rhetorical appeals and advertisements. So far we've kind of looked at a speech a little bit, and now we're gonna kind of practice a little more with advertisements, and because I want you to see different types of communication instead of just a text, because I think seeing it in things that you actually see all the time, or in visual media like videos, speeches, and advertisements, can help you apply that when you are actually doing an analysis of a text. So that's why we're focusing on this a little more. So you are going to use these videos to kind of help you learn more about the rhetorical appeals and how they're used in media. Think about how often you are bombarded with ads. And then you have a journal assignment here where you're going to be practicing. So I've given you an ad, and this is an old school ad. Okay, so that's why it looks like this. I tried to make it big so you could read it, because it does have text on it. And so this is just practice. This is a journal. This is your space to learn and try and practice your hand analyzing. I have given you a link to some other information about appeals in advertising that are very specific to advertising. So it's still in the realm of pathos, ethos, and logos, but we're going in a little deeper. We're splitting hairs and going and showing you all the different types of appeals that advertisers use. So look at this resource first, because I think it'll help you kind of think about some of these questions as you practice analyzing an ad. Okay, and then another assignment to give us more practice is to create a persuasive ad. So you're actually going to be creating one, so you get to do something creative and fun. And you get to use AI. Okay, so yay. So you guys can use that for creating an ad, and I've given you step by step what to do to create an ad, and so you can go through that, and then to the second part of the assignment is always to go back in and do your peer responses, and so I have some guidelines for that. You have the evaluation criteria, and I put down here some tips and reminders of things that can help you with this. So this will be a little bit different for some of you if you have not done this type of thing before, but I think it'll be a good experience, good practice. And again, this is something we're doing, you know, together and sharing in a discussion format. So you will have that ability. And it is graded. I just haven't put the settings on it yet. So you do have this. And I think once you create something like this, I think when you go to do the assignment that we're going to be doing, I think this will be a good skill building activity for you. And then you are going to have the W2 official assignment posted this week. Okay, I will be posting the text topic options for you this week. But for now, just kind of, you have the assignment that you can read through and kind of see, just like we did with the WP1. I have added another week on here, which is reflected because I wanted to make sure we had plenty of time to do our revision. So that is one change I have made here, is we'll go through week 12 on this assignment. Okay, so you have that, and then you'll be able to see the topics this week. You can choose a text, but next week is when you'll have to really pick one and analyze it and kind of start working with it. I have a presentation here on the appeals in text that you can use to just start thinking about it and see examples of the appeals in a text. And I'm using that same default essay I use, the Save PBS one. So if you haven't read that yet, you can go back and read it in the previous module, but this is the same essay I'm giving you as an example. Okay, so you can kind of just read through that. And then next week, you will be analyzing your text using the power of process and start pre-writing and preparing your analysis. Okay, so we're making progress toward that. So anyways, if you have any questions or need help this week, please let me know. Have a great week, everyone.